IVM.
I think by now we all know there's no such thing as a free lunch, and any banking rewards are basically a lie, which is why I was pleasantly surprised to find that on my favorite digital banking app, Jupiter, each point is equal to 1 rupee. You earn 1% rewards on debit card purchases and even some select UPI spends. And these rewards never expire. So, the more you use the app, the more rewards you get. Basically, if I spend enough, I may even be able to get a free lunch purely by the neat reward system. I love the Jupiter Money app. No jargon, no hidden fees, and it's completely paperless. You can check out jupiter.money or you can download the Jupiter Money app on your Android or iOS phones to get started. Kripaya dhyan dijiye. The language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Welcome to Cyrus Says, brought to you by Jupiter, a banking app that helps you master your money. Thought I'd start Australian and then, lose it from there. Just very bad news for me today, for myself personally. This is the point where I can talk about myself in a selfish way. Horrible morning. Today, Lewis Hamilton, who works for me, well, actually, Lewis Hamilton's gone on leave. So Sebastian Vettel, who works for me instead of him, well, he got into some fight in where he lives, which is near my house, and is in lockup. True story. So I had to drive myself. From 6 in the morning, I've been driving on the streets of South Mumbai, driving from Malba Hill to Churchgate, driving from Churchgate all the way to Khar, where I was confronted by, the villain number 3 in Sholay. There was Sambar. I won't mention all these names, they're politically incorrect. But the number 3, whoever he was, is exact duplicate, is wearing watchman's clothing and standing in this studio ka building. And when the usual answer when you ask them parking hai, they give that half syllable. And you know that he's not really involved in your pain. When you say kuch kar sakta hai or kuch point hai, whatever, and he's looking at me and saying, I'm like nothing. I'm full of anxiety. I'm crying. Why is it that in India nobody wants to solve things ever? It's just your problem. That's it. And half a syllable, and wow, I wish my wife did that in the early part of the marriage instead of now, because my wife's not the watchman. Although maybe that would save a lot of money. But anyway, let's get away from that.
You're the people pleaser, right?
Oh, yes.
Or then desperately seeking the one? Oh wait, you're the one who doesn't think they're ever good enough.
Oh.
So much drama. And for what? Is it doing you any good? Listen to me. I'm Chetna, your favorite positive action coach. Yes, I'm the one who has been dropping all those truth bombs on every episode.
Oh no.
And it's time you learn to say no to drama. That's also what my podcast is called. And a new episode is out every Monday and Wednesday on the IVM Podcast app, website, as well as all major podcasting platforms.
Let's get to the fact that we've got 3 interesting people on the show. Me, Abbas and Shreyas, and also Silverie.
Hello. I just want to point out the thug's name wasn't Sambar, it was Samba.
Samba.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the one you don't want to mention is
I just got a
Kalia.
lecture about Samba. The great Shambaji going down south and conquering parts of the Deccan, and hence the Samba coming from there.
Okay.
I got this huge argument, I don't know on this podcast or where, but I remember it's in my head. Who's the third villain?
Kalia.
You're not supposed to say that. That's the whole point of this conversation. I did that well. You got it right. You didn't get into that. You can't say Jhadia, Kalia. You can't say all this anymore.
Ab tera kya hoga, Kalia? That's the name.
That's Ramesh Sippy's problem. I didn't. Now you said it.
Tinkle has a character called Kalia the Crow.
But that's pronounced. That's like the Punjabi
That's
surname
also a
Kalia.
crow.
But then they're specifying, right?
No, and that's Kalia as a North
Kalia
Indian
the-
surname, which is slightly different pronunciation. Kalia. It's not Kalia. No, I don't know.
But
how to
also
explain
that doesn't make it okay just because Tinkle is doing it. They are not the
Well said.
stars of
Well said, philosopher from
what is
Nagpur.
moral, you
Well
know.
said, high ceiling man. Well said,
Tinkle
superstar.
and Amar Chitra Katha,
Yeah,
whatever
just
they write,
because-
it's absolute true.
Well
They
said,
have-
somebody
They have
who's-
illustrated versions of Ramayana and Mahabharata.
If you want to know what someone who's thrown out of the RSS looks like, that's him. There in Nagpur in a big shed. Because for some reason he went to Did you wear long pants? Well, they're wearing long pants now, so that's fine too. Just quickly, what are you doing in Nagpur? Back home for some wedding? Birthday?
You got it right.
I knew.
You know what? I'm here for a wedding, and I realized I came here for the wedding, and yesterday was the reception that I wasn't even invited to. So after coming here all the way, I'm
right.
realizing I'm not invited to all the things. So
Wow, you hit the ball out of the park on that one. I just came back from Saukar's wedding where he pleaded for us to attend and this, that and the other. Then we realized that there were other functions on Thursday when we came on Friday and there was no
Right.
invite for Thursday. So you're right. This only Indians can do this, bro. They make you, there's a class consciousness, even like a caste system, even in a wedding. You make this list, you don't make that list. I mean,
You're just not that close, Cyrus.
not that close, and then
Yeah.
you feel, why did I waste the money? You understand my problem?
I get it.
Immediately, it's all about the budget. It really pinches you. So
Right.
how dare you? Yeah, I will say, brother, you wouldn't like that with religious stuff and all that. He'll try and win me over with some ridiculous comment which makes sense like that. Yeah. God, I don't know about nikahs are pretty quick that I've been to, but I got to tell you, Hindu weddings sometimes can take a long time. I'm talking about the actual rituals. I don't know if you guys have actually sat through it.
Yeah.
I had one friend they're very Brahmin and whatever, and they had 10,000 shloks and vlogs going on. The dad was like a test match, bro. It just went on and on. I could see the wife losing interest and saying, I don't want this wedding. It just wouldn't stop. And that's why I salute Kunal Vijayekar, one of the greatest Indians I've ever met, who at his own sister Anjali's wedding, and I swear by God this is true, he started screaming at the pandit in Marathi. First he said, Laukar. Then he started getting more agitated. And that guy started telling him that he has to explain it in Sanskrit. So he said, nothing doing. We have paid you. So please now hurry it up because we want to eat ice cream. Maharashtrian weddings, as you will be told by Shreyas, ice cream is the highlight.
Of course, yes.
Now there's no 7-star catering. There is no butter chicken. There is no steak sandwich. There is ice cream. And they don't mind if you leave fast. It's a wonderful community. Shreyas, am I right?
it's encouraged. Yeah, it's encouraged. It would be great if you could just come in, give the envelope, and just leave.
He's not
That's
even joking.
ideal.
Abbas, you got to
I'm not.
experience this. They don't mind. Every other culture, Bhusha, don't go. Why are you going? Hey, man, don't sit. Here, bye.
I'll get you a cab. I'll go out. I'll get you an auto. You just wait here. I'll get everything.
Have you?
You guys haven't seen India, man. This is the fun part.
I've been to a Tamilian wedding at 7 in the morning.
What's that like?
Interesting. Yeah.
Good choice of words. Now we're in trouble.
me and my friend Sridhar and I used to when we were like around 20,
Crash
22,
weddings?
Yeah, crash weddings all the
We
time.
also crashed.
Like a lot of weddings. There's a venue outside our colony called Megaragus, and there are weddings happening almost quite often. Like especially wedding season, though it's off the charts. Okay, so we would like realize, oh, that's a good Punjabi wedding. You'll see the name outside, no?
Yeah.
Punjabi wedding. Alright, we'll go good food. We
We
went
are
to
polarizing
go have
the country in
alcohol
our
and
own
all.
way.
Yeah.
But he's right. When it's a Punjabi wedding,
Yeah.
you know you're safe.
Yeah,
Okay?
like you see a Gujarati wedding, like veg food.
You just
will
need a
go.
lot of good body language.
Yeah.
And just take a name which is safe, like Balbir, and you just run in and you're fine.
But the best food, literally Muslim weddings, man. We've crashed like multiple Muslim weddings.
Lovely.
Oh
It's true.
man, it's the
Yeah,
best,
lovely.
and no way of getting
Fine,
caught.
I'll invite you,
But-
Antariksh. Stop dropping hints,
But
alright.
I went to Muslim wedding when I was much younger and I had no idea that the nikah was male-female thingy.
Yeah.
And so I went with Aisha and never saw her again. I was like, what happened? Suddenly I'm kidnapped with all these guys, all very sweet and all. I'm like, where are the chicks? Because half the fun of going to a wedding is you got to see hot chicks because they all dress up well.
Now in progressive Muslim weddings, it's all.
You don't have to defend it, Abbas. We've abused everybody else. You didn't defend the Maharashtrians and the ice cream. What about the Tamilians? You haven't finished the Tamilian story.
No, Tamilian story is just the beautiful thing is for the food which is served on a
The same as the
banana
parsley,
leaf.
the banana leaves.
Yeah. And
What is it called in English? Papyrus. No, that's paper.
banana leaf is English only, no?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Antariksh, what's
Excuse me. I've been driving car.
In
I'm not
Sanskrit,
feeling well.
in Sanskrit is papyrus.
What's the marriage hall called near your house?
Megaragus.
Megaragus.
What kind of name
That's
is
no
Megaragus?
business for a marriage hall.
Punjabis are doing.
I didn't
One
mean
Punjabi
Megaragus.
sails the seas, picks up some name in Greece or something.
Megaragus.
It's actually the name of somebody's store or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
It makes
I
no
like
sense.
this name.
Yes,
Mykonos.
what is Megaragus mean?
You're asking him?
Yeah.
Magaragus?
Yes.
He's in a barn. His family has put him in a barn because he brought shame to the family, not invited to any function except the one Sangeet. Huh.
Hey, more like marriagegus.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't
is
think
it a play on the
I
word?
think it's
Yes.
not a word. I just said Megaragus meaning, and Megaragus banquets hall showed up.
Oh, I thought it's
a
an
made up
ancient
word.
Greek
Yeah,
something.
that's what it
I
sounds
don't know.
like. I don't know.
I'm a fan of places that come up with their own words, that don't rely on language and meaning that they have, and they just come up with words. It's so bold. I think it's.
Just
they're
hold
ahead
that
of their
thought
time.
because that's a funny thought. We'll come back to it. Chinmaya has written, did you watch the Shadi video of a couple doing Kunwar Dan and bride applying sindoor to groom's forehead?
Oh.
Is it there?
I guess.
We can play it at some point. It'll be
I'll
fun.
give it just, yeah.
Yeah. So that
We have a video about someone getting slapped at a wedding, and if you
Yeah,
want to see
same thing.
must have been Silverie. When he crashed. Yeah. Oh, but I got to.
Before that, can I just say, I feel these gestures are just empty, right? Someone else doing the sindoor, like the marriage is still as an institution.
Oh, it's
It is
sarcasm.
what it is.
It's like an act.
Shreyas went into civics.
Yeah. See, he's a very touchy guy. I've understood one thing about Shreyas. You touch him and he bleeds easily. He's one of those guys. बहुत गुस्सा हो जाता है साला. You know, he does 3 jokes and then he cries. This is bad.
Shreyas tried to start a reform from Nagpur.
Yeah. But
That's
Shreyas,
where it starts
you were
from.
saying about
Yeah.
taking their own vows. Tell us about that. I think that can be quite funny because
Yeah, I just feel that does nothing. You know, it's like if Russia is invading Ukraine and they are just really respectful about Ukraine's food and talking about Ukraine's culture, that does nothing because
you're shooting
the
everybody.
invasion is still
Yeah,
happening.
correct.
Yeah, that is still
You're
happening.
saying
So-
thank you after you shoot the lady in the head. Yeah, I'm so sorry
Exactly.
I did that. Yeah.
That was a surprisingly poignant example.
That's a superb example. And the way he tied the politics with the sociological
Yeah,
phenomenon
exactly.
of Indian weddings, I mean,
Oh,
that
wow.
shows the intelligence. Silverie, buck up, yaar. This kid is putting us under pressure.
Sorry.
3 of us look like loaves here. We are talking about some stupid Punjabi wedding that you crashed. And look at where he's gone. Yeah, political
But
conflict.
Antariksh, has COVID changed your life because you can't crash anymore, right? Like people aren't getting invited to their
But you
friends.
can
I
because
haven't
you're wearing the
crashed in a
mask.
while, yeah.
So they can't tell.
Oh, yeah,
That's
it's
actually
easier
true.
now.
Oh.
See,
You could kiss the
the
bride.
safest thing is
I would kiss the bride. I'm like, hi, Mr. Malhotra, it's me.
oh, you meant Prem Malhotra. I'm Prem Kumar.
But frame is the
Yeah.
key.
But yeah. So Cyrus, you also crashed wedding, you know?
We used to crash so many. We've crashed all in the suburbs, by the way. We had a theory that if we go to the Bandra area, we are safe. That we
Okay.
won't be caught by anybody.
Okay.
And if we're caught, also there's no one come
Yeah.
back to us.
No, but you can't get caught.
You
Because
can get caught.
No.
Mr. Shetty was one of my dad's closest clients. Very nice man. He's still in touch with us. He beats us at this thing. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, that's
And then the next
bad
question
luck.
is, who do you know? That's
Terrible
everybody.
luck, of course.
And 3 of us.
You,
are like-
Mr. Shetty.
Yeah.
I mean, all we had is Vaishali marries Umesh. I mean, what do we do with that? Umesh? It's damn tough.
But I usually feel you can't get caught at a wedding because nobody knows everyone at a wedding.
Correct. And
Yeah.
also, again, not to be communal, but North Indian weddings, generally people are in a very good mood. So nobody really cares.
That's
Even
true
if you crash it, as long as
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
happy
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
they sort of just, the bonhomie is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to Shreyas and Kunal's weddings,
Yeah.
they know everyone by the book. So they'll ask Kunal, Ikre, kaun? and next question is you have to explain yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to leave fast. But
So,
the best
you know, I'll
highlight
be-
is you're not
I'll
sting
be
for
honest,
ice cream.
it's
I actually heard the
You
line.
wanna-
Is it, you're not sting for ice cream? Okay. Because actually there is only ice cream.
Yeah.
There is nothing else. It's not like ice cream is after the meal. There's only ice cream. Hey, Shreyas, do a bit
listen.
on that.
It's only vanilla ice cream, but there's also chocolate sauce, and when you
Yeah,
put
yeah,
that,
of
that's
course.
like it's chocolate ice cream.
I think that's
fudge
only
on.
for the close family. I don't think I was offered that, yaar.
So,
But you know, I let me just quickly say that. So I come from a catering family. Okay, I come from a restaurant
Now he
catering
tells us.
family, and
You'd have got
and,
much more respect in comedy, yaar.
So I've been on the other end of it, where my job was to identify people at a wedding who are freeloaders,
Whoa.
wow.
and then they were taken to a corner, and then they were like
Short.
told to never come.
Are you going back to the Nagpur connection and the
No, that's
political
Delhi
outfits
weddings.
and- okay. Yeah, that's true.
Catering killings to ever be on tape. So I think we need to take it out.
Okay. The
Yeah.
catering killing. That's
The
a
finger
nice...
will point back at you. We don't want that, bro. No. And then why have they not suspected you as number one, numero uno, villain of the area? Yeah. Okay. Now that I think we've gone nowhere with the show, you know, whenever we laugh too much on the show, it's a
Yeah.
bad show.
Yeah.
Yesterday we had a good show.
You're very
We
serious
had-
talk.
Via Marathi
Yeah, yeah.
wedding that you roasted
we had
in the
Vishwas
comments.
Nangre Patil yesterday,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
man of
Excellent,
a real warrior, etc. etc. You know, so it was a good show, but laughter was limited.
I know, yeah.
Great.
No,
Now it's-
yesterday
You
I was
know what?
watching it and I was
Uh-huh.
like, now I have to follow this.
Yeah.
It's really...
Who did
Thanks,
you fight?
I think let's-
Who have you fought, Abbas?
So after 900 episodes, Abbas says one is not bad. I feel like the ice cream at a Maharashtrian wedding. Nobody wants me.
Should we ban laughter? Should we ban saying funny things? Let's see how
You
it
don't have to
goes.
ban.
Let's see
They'll
if
ban it
changes.
from the center. It's a matter of time. Just give it a little time. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody has noticed my receding hairline.
Yeah, I thought it's more dense today. It's
No, no,
more
it's less, yeah,
gel.
No,
and
no,
No, you know
I'm
what?
actually balding.
No,
It's
because you're pushing the hair up all the time.
I should put it down.
It's law of physics, bro. If you're losing hair, you have to
Just
cover
put-
the area.
I mean, yeah. So
But you're
that's
pushing it
my
up
my
and
bald spot is
you're
up here.
clearing
now.
the area.
Antariksh,
Goes
that's what
behind.
I did, and look what
Yeah.
happened.
Anyway,
It's all
guys,
fed up.
guys, don't worry. Patanjali has a cure for everything from homosexuality to baldness. So don't worry. Of course, if you take the wrong medicine, then you might turn lesbian or something.
Oh,
So just be
okay.
careful.
Okay,
So I don't read Sanskrit properly. In the back, everything is difficult to understand. Just you being from Nagpur and a scholarly family who also does catering, you would probably be better with the products, right? Do you understand Sanskrit?
I do understand Sanskrit. I took it in school, so it was compulsory.
Try to blame
We
it
had
on
to choose
school.
between
This
Sanskrit
is
and
the language of choice at home, and he's blaming it on his bloody school. Huh? Go on.
so we had to choose between Sanskrit and Hindi, and Sanskrit was the highest scoring
Yeah.
subject. Hindi you got fucked because the matras
Even a
always fucked
Parsi
you
will
over.
tell you that if you choose between Sanskrit and Hindi, you take Hindi. I mean, what the hell? Who the hell would take a more difficult subject?
Apparently, this is
It's
what
a
I've
high
heard.
scoring subject.
Shreyas, correct
it's a
me
high
if I'm
scoring
wrong. In
subject.
How is it a high scoring subject?
In Sanskrit, you can get 100 out of 100.
How?
In Hindi, you can
What?
never
Yes.
You
get
can't
100.
understand half the words.
Yeah, just have to ratta maro and chapo it.
Because
on the
I think
paper.
But
Sanskrit,
literature will be
because
damn
it's-
tough, no? Full
Arey, Sanskrit,
prose.
we don't reach the literature. No, we don't really reach that part.
It's only
We're still
alphabets.
in like such an initial
Yeah,
stage.
bus,
No, it's
yeah.
alphabets and it's some easy texts.
If you had Bajappa, you're getting full marks.
Oh, what about verpa for the younger ones?
50, like 75.
And by mistake, congrats.
Then it
Out,
failed.
out. Oh, God. Sorry, Shreyas, we just the Muslim and the Parsi have started their own little, and the Hindu in the room has no idea what we are saying. Huh? He's like, hey, क्या हो मेरे को आइसक्रीम पाइए
No. So I was always exempt from third languages in.
Why?
So my dad had a transferable job.
So
I don't know. They this agreed.
what a country this
Yeah,
is.
I know. This is great. No?
Dad goes from Madras to Bangalore, so I won't do third language.
Yeah. So we were like, basically, I had a free period almost every week for that third language lecture, which was often
And then
Marathi
what
or
happens to your
Konkani.
marks?
Yeah, what happened to the exam?
So so they would make me do, and one more student that was often with me, like whatever, like
Your
there'll be
dad
some
was
other-
also
there was a
transferable.
That
job.
guy lied, huh?
Correct. Maybe.
That's the hero of the
So
story.
I had to
He
do-
was crashing
I'd-
the school, not just
Yeah.
the wedding.
So I had to
He
do
didn't
like
do a
projects.
subject. He's still
He
dodging
just came to
something.
hang with you.
I want to be exempted from maths.
So then what happened?
So then we used to do. They used to make me do one project a semester. And I remember I did one on the Mughal Empire. I did like a history of the Mughals and like, oh, this is whatever. And also then another one I did was on soil of Goa.
So 1 second,
Soils
instead
of
of doing let's say Marathi,
मैं मिट्टी collect कर रहा हूँ,
Gujarati,
yes.
what would be the option third language?
Exempted.
No, instead of whatever
what,
third
what,
language
what
is.
Mughal
Yeah,
project
one
were you
second.
doing?
So instead of the language, he's doing a Mughal.
Yeah, that's
no,
why.
This is not
connection.
9th and 10th. No, 9th and 10th I was in CBSE. CBSE mein, there was no third language. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry about this viewer.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
What is the
CBSE,
story?
yeah,
He's
we
not
had
taking his
Marathi
medication. He doesn't know what he's saying.
ICSE mein the third language. CBSE
Oh.
mein 9th and 10th at least. I don't think we. had
Yeah,
the
correct.
third
He's
language.
correct. I also
Yeah.
did CBSE. So we had to
So how
drop
many languages are there?
Hindi and English.
Yeah,
Marathi was
English.
only till 8th.
That's
Yeah.
we also.
Yeah.
All Maharashtra thing.
So
was
7th and 8th we don't have boards, no. So they can the school can just decide
no,
to pass
but
me or
you're
not
right.
pass me.
Some kids did French and all that instead of
Yeah,
Marathi.
that's
And
true.
I can't
Yeah.
remember some foreign passport crap, and they gave
Yeah,
one of these things.
There were people
So that
in my
Mara-
boarding school instead of
our Ma-
Hindi they were doing Punjabi. You can do that in
But
CBSE.
how will you manage Punjabi?
You
With
mean
script and all
Gurmukhi,
those?
right?
You get your own.
Gurmukhi script
Yeah.
and all
You'll
those.
see
Yeah,
the
I
board
know.
will get a.
I did this, so I'm
tutor or
speaking from experience.
Okay.
There were 18 girls in Russian in St. Xavier's first year and
Whoa.
only 4 boys. So I said, this is the class. And my Hindi was like, I got 56 on 100 in Hindi, despite what
Oh,
you all
wow.
think in ICSE.
Oh, wow.
Which is not bad.
Yeah.
Look at me, man. And I said, forget it, I'll do Russian. I got 1 on 50 in Russian. Because there are 35 letters into 2. It's madness. You've got to be a painter to understand it. And the chicks were rocking. They were all getting 10 on 10, 10 on 10. Because women are just better at language. And me and these 3 other failures. I know those guys are still in this class. They haven't cleared it.
Did you ever for anything get full marks in an exam?
I've got.
Yeah. Like what do you
Yeah.
get? Full
I
marks?
sat behind Natasha Pratap and
Same.
she was
Man.
great.
Yeah.
She was great. Used to rub elbows also. Very nice. I was getting very distracted. Very pretty girl. Yeah.
Those 18 girls who took Russian and scored well, they saw the future, right? Ultimately, we all might have to speak Russian.
You're right. I think you're confusing it with Chinese, but yes, I get what you're saying. I guess we do. But the funny part is there were girls who, after 2 class, they were having conversations with the teacher. You know,
In Russian?
They were picking it up so quickly, so you're getting more psyched out. So ultimately, in Hindi, there are 5 duffers at least. There are Hindi-speaking guys who are bad at Hindi. You know, you're safe, yaar. Here, these girls were going better every week, and we were where we were. I was remembering the names of Russian men. That's all I could do, like Andrei,
Vladimir.
Yeah, I mean, I was stuck, man. Я знаю по-русски, это моя собака. The 2 lines I remember. I know Russian, that's my dog. I go anywhere, they are attacking me in Ukraine, and I'm saying, это моя собака. That's all I can say. It's very scary.
Just one last thing before we move on. So our Marathi teacher, because her syllabus would end in 8th, she used to be really pissed. That
And no one takes it seriously.
Exactly. So they gave her the job of detaining the students who came late to the school at the gate.
Poor thing.
So then she got even more angry. Like, मेरे को ये करवा रहे हो.
Yeah.
But yeah. So then parents would fight with her in Marathi. That's why.
But we discussed this before, but our school was so shameless, our class. We used to copy the entire question paper back in as the answer.
As the answer.
Maji ai.
I remember
and they write the 300 words. Maji ai.
How come everybody's eyes the same?
our Hindi teacher used to show off that she had taught Karan Johar because Green Lawns, no?
It's not something to show off.
Yeah, but
really,
our Hindi teacher used to show off that she had taught Karan Johar. Karan Johar ke zamane se. Like something like that.
And
His
did
Hindi
he pass?
sucks though.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess he was no longer in school.
Also, written Hindi, written Marathi, written is very different to a lot of people, okay? Because you have to apply yourself a little bit. Even those who are okay with speaking, for example. And we had a lot of these funny stories, yeah. Sunit Welling, national champion badminton, one of my close friends, hardcore Marathi speaking, is mother tongue, left the question blank. I'm like, boss, if you don't know how am I going to answer this? It's hilarious.
Marathi teachers are very colorful though. Like their personalities are very colorful. Because Marathi is such a fantastic language, like the cuss words just flow out of the mouth. So even while
Let's ask
teaching,
Shreyas. Shreyas, give us an example of the flowing of the cuss word while teaching.
like tuji aicha is like a comma.
What is
not
your one second. You're saying that your Marathi teacher was a wicket keeper.
Not her.
It
It wasn't Nayan Mongia, no.
It sounds like Shivaji Park and they're playing cricket in the middle. Yeah? Okay, boys, read the text. Shreyas, defend the mother tongue, yaar.
There's a word called makar tondia, which I've been hearing a lot around me in Nagpur, but I
What
feel
does
that
it
has
mean? I
racist
don't know what it
connotations now that monkey face. Monkey face.
Okay.
Awkward
It's
silence.
not just racist. This is now actually in a different culture in India. I don't think it's such a huge issue, but in a different culture, this is like the worst thing.
The
you
worst
could
thing.
say.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Andrew
But I
Simon
think
and
this
Harbhajan Singh.
is exactly this is what got Harbhajan in trouble, the normalization of monkey insults, where we don't see it as
He was
racist.
going on his mother. Teri maa.
No, he said monkey. This
Oh,
is all
really?
bullshit. We did the same gag on TWTW, then they went with it. I couldn't understand. I mean, really.
Wait, but you think Harbhajan actually said monkey and not monkey?
Brother, they teased him they had come to India the year before and they teased him, all the crowds in Bombay. I apologized at a function also.
Yeah.
Because they were calling him monkey the moment he came out to bat, and English speaking South Bombay types as well. Okay, the racism in India goes all over. It's not like one group. So yeah, it was the way it was, and so he just retaliated. Of course, the Aussies are no saints. They start these fights most of the time, and then suddenly they draw a line in the sand and say, okay, this is not allowed. See, I don't understand that thing about fighting. Once you start abusing each other, how can you say, but we can't say this? But what the hell? I mean, they have to send a memo before you start insulting. Once you insult, right? I don't know, man. I find that horrible. Oh, how do you say that? You know when you're fighting with someone and silence happens?
Yeah, correct.
Because you said the wrong thing. Till then it's MCBC all good. But your mother is a whore. Huh? And then the whole room is quiet and then you suddenly look bad. That's that kind of feeling. Yes. There was a nice comment, but we took it off.
Which one was that?
Maji ai, tuji aichi. Somebody sent that. Just trying to explain the nuances of the Marathi language.
Yeah. Okay, Boomer has said.
Question.
Maji ai. Answer. Tuji aichi.
So we learned something. This is a way to teach people. It's not the worst way. Yeah. I apologize after yesterday's episode, which was gravitas and profound and inspirational. And today, my God.
Info short says when mother becomes mother, you've grown up.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's get to the first topic.
What are you saying?
We discussed like 6 topics.
Yeah, like official topic. That we have planned.
Himisha says topics. Now Himisha has become the Marathi teacher.
I know.
She's shouting at you.
Topics.
Hey.
Correct. So this is the first one. Is a
Open
very
your
fun.
textbook.
It'll be topic.
The first one is a very fun.
Say topic.
Topic.
Okay. And topic is also
Topic
what? Hey,
is
bro.
the Punjabi.
Hey, topic, we have to put that in our head.
Correct.
You realize that, no?
Yeah.
As you start balding, that's what they put on the set.
Oh yeah, correct. Yeah,
like
correct.
powder, they
Yeah,
come
yeah.
and paste it. So
Topic,
be
I
careful.
didn't get
It's
it.
called
Topic. It's
called
called
topic.
topic. Yeah.
Oh, I should
TOPIC.
try it,
Yeah.
maybe.
They do it for actors.
If you're
and all.
fully bald, you look stupid because it's black polish basically.
Oh,
What's
that
Rogaine?
thing.
So you want to be like him, and they put a little bit here, and it covers the
Got it,
whatever.
got it.
What's it called? Widow's peak or whatever it's called. So that gets covered.
Okay.
So the best in the business who are cheap use that, and the ones who are not cheap, they get the hair done.
Head on, yeah.
Yeah. Any comedians do have done the hair weave out of your? There
No,
might be
but
someone
Vinay
there.
Sharma, a comedian,
Is
used to
considering
wear
it? Okay.
a wig for the first year.
But he made
And
fun
then
of
it was an open secret that he's bald. So
Ah.
then we would just ask him in the green, Vinay, tu takla hai kya? And he used to just very embarrassingly say, हाँ यार हूँ. And then he just started doing it.
But he could do 5 minutes of stand up on that. He'd come on and
I
just
think he
take it
does.
off.
Do a different character or something. right?
Abbas, I've given you 5 more gags. Just carry a wig.
Vinay.
Carry many wigs.
Vinay.
Every time your set is, bombing,
Bombing.
you just go straight to wig number 2.
Saurabh
Guys,
has
when
already done that.
When I'm in LA, we gotta get Saurabh Pant's sister on. She sent the book and you guys haven't followed it.
No,
up.
that's Saurabh with the wing, you mean?
Yeah, with the wig. Yeah. I apologize to the punts. Good friends of mine, not Rishabh. Guys, now we said it on air. You have to do it. You have to do it.
Yeah.
And then
Now we have
Ryle also. All are driving me mad. I'm not a PR guy here.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll do it.
okay. Cheers. What is the name of the place where we go to crash parties?
Megaragus.
Megaragus.
Now,
Megaragus.
खुश हो जाओ. Megaragus should give me a free sponsorship now.
Oh, they'll
They invite me to every wedding.
They'll send you a bill for the 40 guys who haven't paid this week.
All right.
Where is it? It's in Powai.
It's in Powai, right outside my colony. I say in
What
Reza
are you
here.
saying? So they'll probably know you by now.
They might. But I used to wear different blazers and go.
They are probably like
right.
this guys. They are
This
probably
is
like this
Punjabi
guys.
for
I know,
are
right?
Popular.
Really? I mean, I just changed the coat, yeah. They'll never notice.
That's my Superman disguise.
Also, every time he would go, his hairline would be a little more
Oh,
receding.
Yeah, correct. Yes,
And
yes.
Abbas, you can see it. You just have a black guy can use the N word. You can see it because you're the guy.
Correct, you
yeah,
can,
you're
you
like,
can.
boss, I can say what I want to.
Yeah, well.
Yes, you should have been here. You're missing all the fun. Yeah,
I know.
we guys with all our receding hairline. 3 of us. You seem okay.
Or is that
It's
a
fine.
toupee?
No, actually, it looks like.
Hey,
Wig,
hey.
yeah. It's a wig.
Do you have a good shock of hair? Sorry to bring this up, but
Yeah. It's all natural, and I do get many compliments on it. I'm very happy with
What are you, a
my
dog?
hair. But
Ah, what a cute doggy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Aw.
What 30-year-old guy walking on the streets of Nagpur, somebody like, "Wah, kya baal hai?" I prefer Tuji Aichi. Let's go back there. Now, that's a normal conversation.
All right.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Topic?
Okay. Topic. Okay. Let's.
Rub it,
all right.
rub it.
So.
Oh, there's a video.
Yeah, then we have a video of a guy who basically robs a hardware store, Chandoli, UP, and then this is what happens after he robs it. He's dancing for those.
But he
who are
didn't have
listening to
the
He just starts
foresight
dancing.
to stop the CCTV camera.
He doesn't know.
Also, he doesn't care. I don't think they've still caught him.
Guys, he covered himself.
He's got himself.
Because he
And then he
believes
just
in-
slides under the door
He
and he's
doesn't, want
gone.
to, he doesn't want to pass on the virus.
I think the catching process will be so fun that they have to go to parties and try to match the dancing steps of people
One
to
question.
these steps.
If there's no lock, then why can't you just pull it up and walk out normally?
No, he must have done something to open it a little bit. I don't know.
But once it's open, then it goes up, right?
It should, right?
They lock.
No,
with
or,
the-
but
or
he'll-
no, he
he'll
don't want to
get
attract
more
attention.
attention,
Yeah,
हाँ.
at night, late at night.
He's
अरे, दुकान
wearing-
खुली है आपकी,
He's
भाई
dressed
साहब?
like a dark version of the Ku Klux Klan chief. So what the
Yeah.
hell? I
But he
mean,
nowadays
But
he
it's
can just
Corona,
blend
na?
in, no?
yeah. In UP, you're saying that's a normal thing. यार ये बहुत अच्छा outfit
But
है.
Lucknow
Ah,
has
the
brought,
taxes.
Lucknow has
Very
brought
normal.
back the mask mandate,
Yeah.
by the way. So, yeah.
Lucknow has?
They have,
Yeah.
as in just now.
Just now. Day before yesterday.
Because I just read them saying 86% have taken the double virus. They're number one in the vaccine, number one in the country.
Number 1 vaccine, yes.
They claim that.
You can't trust UP numbers, man.
What are you
I'm not-
saying?
I'm not saying that. And especially when you mention Chandoli and you stutter and stammer, we have no idea where this is. Will
It's
somebody-
in UP.
You have to point it out to us.
But
You
I
know,
said
I think
Chandali
it's
was-
kind of sweet. He didn't harm anybody.
Yeah.
He took what he wanted. He's
Yeah.
dancing.
He's dancing. He's like,
Yeah,
he
I-
got, wait, how much do you think he robbed?
I don't know, but he got a call from India's Got Talent.
Which
Nuts wali hai.
has Karan
Jhalak
Johar as
dikhla
a
za.
judge.
You know, the
what-
way you went under that door, that was very good. 7 on
Snake,
10.
तुम बहुत सा snake करते हो.
What shop did he rob? What was the...
This is a hardware store and
So,
he
like-
got $6,000 out of it.
Oh, he's got cash.
Yeah, he got some.
I thought he'd take a lock or
6,000 is
something
not
and
bad,
one of
yeah.
those.
Take that equipment. You can sell off that equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, his expertise is in breaking locks. If
No, but
he's
for his
stealing.
own home, he needs a lock. He's like,
Maybe,
that looks
yeah.
good. Yeah, ek le lo. Bas ho gaya.
And you should actually buy a lock too.
But you know what? Have any of you ever danced after getting a paycheck ever?
no.
No.
But you know the
Cried, yes.
the kind of paychecks we get. I mean, why would you dance? I mean,
Oh man, yeah. What is Shreyas? You have danced after a paycheck, what?
Wow, how much are you getting paid,
No,
bro?
but
Yeah,
that's
man.
As a
what I'm saying.
caterer, not a comedian.
I aspire to be like this.
Huh.
I aspire to be as happy after being paid for a job. And I think the way for that is just stealing, because honestly doing work and getting money is not
That's- yeah.
doing that, I think.
Fair.
no, I understand
I see
you.
that.
I'm gonna dance.
Dancing, if it was a big, suddenly out of the blue, he gets 25 crores or something for whatever. Then I can understand dancing. But honestly, for just a
No,
normal
they-
gig, what
But
if
this
you
must
get
be
a
like the highest
25
score
crore-
of the month or something. I don't know.
you hit it out of the park totally.
Yeah.
You get some huge money for whatever reason. You inherit it also. That's
Yep,
fine.
yep.
Like this big house he owns here in Nagpur. It's huge.
Yeah, correct. Personal.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
ICAR should be
property.
notified that these Manohars have more money than we know.
It'll take exactly 5 seconds for me to get a 25 crore check and be like, oh shit, I have so much money. How do I, like, what do I do with, how do I protect this?
But you won't dance.
I won't dance.
No,
So you're so negative that even if by God
25
you
crores, bro.
Yeah.
you got money from, let's just say
Yeah.
some benefactor
Yeah.
who's seen you was dying and said, I'm willing all my money to Abbas.
Huh.
You still not believe it. You believe that
You've
something
seen the
wrong.
movie Mala Mal. Oh, in Mala Mal, they actually get very happy
Yeah.
for like
But
10 minutes.
if you got 25 crores, would you continue
But why would I
working, or
base
would you
my
at least
life
quit?
on Malamal? I'm just frankly asking you that. I know I'm not very intelligent, but there's a limit here. Then I'd prefer Amar Akbar Anthony. You know, where he
Nobody
beats...
wins any money in that.
Nobody bashes up Vinod Khanna according to him by hitting him once. The immortal dialogue is मैंने सिर्फ एक बार मारा मगर solid मारा. I love that dialogue.
You were asking
Every time
what
I
if-
get beaten up, I say the same thing. एक बार-
Silverie knows a thing or two
No,
about
not
dating.
even एक बार.
Oh, God.
If I get 25 crores, will I still work?
Yeah.
No, why would I work?
But he doesn't believe. He
I'm
believes that he'll-
34, right? I have a good
Oh,
34.
God.
6 more years to work.
introspective moment. Everybody hang on. Man. It's going to take some time. Oh.
26 years to retirement
Yeah.
age, 10 more, let's say, average life, 70. 25 crores is good for me to last that long.
You're a single male. How much more money do you need?
Exactly,
correct,
yeah.
yeah.
So why would I do that?
Oh, moment you get
But
25
if I get
crores.
25 crores, I'll look at marrying someone, no? Or doing other
So you're
things.
that kind of
You
person.
look at marriage.
Yeah.
The woman is just a thing that comes into your life because it's okay at the convenience store.
No,
I
he
have-
wants women that are attracted to him for the
Yes.
money. That's the kind of woman he wants.
Oh, you want women who
Yeah,
like
yeah.
your money.
Yes.
That's, I can
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
nowadays
yeah.
he's got a clear path.
Correct. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Otherwise, do they like my comedy or not?
Exactly. Yeah, who's gonna fuck it?
How do I know? If this is
Shreyas, did
acting-
she really clap or was it just acting? I mean, you'll never know. It's like the orgasm thingy. You'll never really know.
Whoa. Is
I
that
think
true?
SK,
Silverie?
25 crores Silverie. Oh, this is boss now. It's not even funny, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's saying that you're far richer than you pretend to be. And, this is all a joke because
It's
Abbas,
a burden.
Shreyas, even me, we're all struggling to bloody pay bills.
Yeah.
And there's no pop coming through and saying, okay, beta, don't worry, you take this money and you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
But
I'm-
you, on the other hand, you pretend to be a comedian. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
I'm doing this podcast a favor by being here.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's
By
now
the way,
on
Antariksh,
record.
I heard that you were
Yeah, I don't need this.
Silverie will dance when Ayushi
I
pays
do.
him. She's not paid you the $20 for the rickshaw.
That's,
20 bucks.
South
fine.
Bombay people,
That's
right?
fine. Every day that you don't pay me, I give you 1,000 rupees.
Fair enough.
As like, okay,
He just
go
bought
ahead.
another rickshaw. He was forget this.
Yeah,
What is this business between friends?
I gave it to Ayushi also. Like, go take, enjoy.
And today,
You only.
she's the only
drive around.
female driving rickshaw in the car area. But listening to electronica, so you can, it's totally different. The feeling.
Electronica in a rickshaw
Antariksh,
stereo
you don't
is
give
wonderful.
sports to women, but you
Who
give
plays
autos
electronica
to
on the
women. That's
rickshaw?
how it-
Rickshaw
That's
was-
exactly right.
For
Shreyas.
you.
That's exactly right.
Got it.
When you come in, they pitch in the music.
Parallel conversation is happening. Shreyas, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
No, I'm saying so Antariksh doesn't give sports to women, but he gives autos
Yeah,
to women.
I
That's what he has.
create employment.
I think of the famous words of that famous Marathi poet. Tuji, Aichi, go. Unbelievable. Silverie, boss,
Yes.
now, hai koi jawab? Huh?
No, I'm helping women. Yeah?
I'm helping women.
Yeah.
You're not getting 25 crores. That's what happening.
Coming back to your stereo question, I mean, I don't know when was the last time you sat in a rickshaw, Cyrus, but rickshaws used to play that x all the time, right?
No,
Okay, I just
I've
said
always
rickshaw.
sat in.
Yesterday, I sat on a motorbike.
Huh?
Kostov was riding the bike. and I think I lost one of my testicles.
Jewels.
Oh my god! And the thing is, he's got this 220 Pulsar, which he thinks is an 8,000cc bike.
Super
and
fast, huh?
he goes, no, the braking issue. From I don't mind.
Antariksh
fast.
is impressed like super fast.
No,
You
I'm
go-
like,
you're
I'm
at one
scared.
hour,
In my mind, I'm getting scared by like
from
2-wheelers
140
already scared
km,
me.
you can't go to 0. You gotta go a little slow. But he goes, I go banging into him, and I don't know what's left of my genitals. It was horrible, the experience. Really.
Maybe he was doing that on purpose. He
I think
wanted
so.
to feel you again.
No, you want to make sure I have no more kids. And rightly so. He's doing his bit for charity. Coach 10,
I think he's a good
30.
manager.
let's-
He's looking out for you. He's looking out for you.
Man, listen, the bikers are nuts, man. I
And
didn't
they're
like them
taking
before,
away
but-
your nuts.
Do any of you ride a bike?
It was right there.
Abbas, do you ride a bike?
No, I
That's
don't.
fine.
I
It's
don't.
such low-hanging fruit. No pun intended. We just let it go. Are we taking a break?
We have a segment.
Oh, we have a segment. We have a segment before we take a break. And the segment is brought to you by Jupiter, and it's with this lovely man
Yes. So
who owns a restaurant.
So
in
how this
Powai.
works is I'm going to give you guys a prompt. We're just going to talk about that prompt. Like say the prompt is today the prompt is bank responses are as slow as. So we can say as slow as.
It's like an improv game.
Yeah, it's like an improv game.
Can I?
Yes, please.
As slow as my urine stream.
Oh, great.
It is, folks. It's not funny. I mean, and the funny part is I feel tension when I'm in public places because I don't start now. And you can feel the other people are wondering, why is there no sound coming? You know, when you're at the airport and all peeing together, and this guy, there's no sound coming. Like, what, did he lose it? You know? So there's a lot of anxiety. For you, I'm just warning you as you age. This is a horrible thing. Now, getting back to the whole point is for the sponsor to feel good. So
Yes.
moving from my urine therapy to...
Bank responses are as slow as spending a day at IKEA. It just takes forever, man.
But you do it out of choice.
But someone takes you sometimes.
Forget that it's not funny.
Mother takes you.
But now we're arguing in our mind. All three of us are arguing in our minds, Silverie.
Oh.
Is it really a problem?
A better joke would be bank responses are as slow as putting IKEA furniture together.
Okay, that's also, yes, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Something with IKEA.
Shreyas, the bald community is having their own duel on the side. Takla community is
think
doing their own
bank
thing.
is-
We have to stay out of it, yaar. I don't want to get involved.
Bank responses are as slow as trying to come up with a joke about ICSE.
That's nice. That's
Good.
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I think bank responses are as slow as waking up in the morning. Like I wake up very slowly.
Bank responses are as slow as getting aroused when you're 50. It's been 6
isn't
months.
that- I mean-
It's been 6 months, guys.
Still being aroused.
I'm trying. I'm just not.
Bank responses are as slow as my stool movements in the morning.
Ugh.
Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
You're just describing your morning
It's a
schedule
sponsored
now.
thing. I shouldn't have done that.
See, when I say
Sorry.
urination,
It's going in a chrono.
Yeah.
when you say it, you're just making fun of people who suffer. That's mean and insensitive
Yeah, it's
of
not.
you.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bank responses are as slow as the time period between the pheras and the food being served at a wedding. It's atrocious, that time.
You
Yeah,
rich
should be
people. There are poor people listening to the podcast who have not been invited
Yeah.
to anybody's wedding in their life.
Imagine
And
if
you
you
talk about your problem.
Imagine if you crashed the wedding. You
Then-
don't even care about the person getting
You miss
married.
the
It's about the
Ferras-
food.
You miss the Ferras every time.
Yeah, correct.
Shreyas, last one. Come on.
Bank responses are as slow
Sumit,
as...
Sumit, got
Shreyas
it
is
for
the
you.
internet.
Bank responses as slow as Shreyas' internet.
Okay, mine isn't funnier than that.
You resign, and rightly so. It's time for us to take a quick Jupiter money break. Here it is.
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On The Habit Coach, we've hit our 700th episode. That's 700. Public speaker and professional development guide Tonya Lyon speaks to Ashton about how mindfulness and stillness can be transformative. On Ek Chuski Finance, Priyanka has an interesting story which urges women to take charge of their personal finances. On Pulyabazi, Pranay and Saurav debate whether prohibition is an effective policy when it comes to curbing alcohol consumption. On Audio Gyan, Kedar speaks to Hemant Jha. He is the founder of Honest Structures and they discuss designing aesthetically enticing products. And on Marathi Khidkitun, the Deshmukhs introduce us to some lesser-known heroes that are working towards the betterment of society. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you enjoyed this show or any of our other shows for that matter, do please tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you're listening to us on. You can check us out on YouTube as well. On ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, we have a list of all of our YouTube channels. Do check out if your favorite show is available as full video. We are also doing a small listener survey to better understand how you respond to our shows and advertising on the network. We'd really appreciate it if you could spare a few minutes to fill it out. It helps us build better shows for you. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this week, SBI Life Insurance, India Water Portal, and Jupiter, a digital banking app. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Yeah, Shreyas, welcome back. We three are together, so haha, we know we're here. But let's get to the topics. We've got a horrible feeling that we are going to be abused later for no topics.
No, that's fine.
So,
I mean, this is the fans come in expecting topics. No, so we should
fans
oblige.
No, Abbas,
The followers,
Silverie's
the
saying
listeners.
It's
dear
okay if they
listeners.
abuse us. That's what he's saying. Please understand. Yeah.
All right. So this one, how much would you guys pay for like a fancy special number plate? Would you ever pay extra?
A little extra.
There are paradox in terms for me. When you say pay extra, I'm already... I'm gone. I'm not
Give me a discount if I get a regular number plate though.
No, I don't understand the point of that. It's just stupid. Why would I pay extra? Firstly, they should pay me to put a number plate on. I don't want to be caught by any cops anyway. I'm like, I should be number plateless.
No, but there are like some perks that come with a special number plate. Right? People firstly think that you're someone special.
Mostly.
But people think you're special or like a political person. They give you like some extra bhav on the road.
Have you not seen the Seinfeld episode where he takes Ass Man?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I mean, yeah, so...
Can I just say, I've tried for years to get into Seinfeld and I couldn't get into it. Only now I've started actually watching it and I'm on season 3. I just watched the Woody Allen episode.
So what is your problem? You don't like it?
Do you like Curb? Do you watch Curb?
I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love Seinfeld stand-up. I just never got into the show.
So you don't like Elaine basically, just like women?
No, Elaine is beautiful.
No, you can't too late. You're a sexist bastard. It's very clear.
And people just keep saying I am like George Costanza.
And
Like,
your
you are.
character was
You're
she's
you're a hardworking
beautiful.
guy.
That's what you're saying?
George is more like Shreyas and me.
What, Shreyas? What is the question?
What?
I'm saying your reading of Elaine as a character is just that she's beautiful
And
is
smart
very
and funny,
problematic,
but
Abbas.
mostly
You're
beautiful.
Very
Okay,
well pointed
all
out.
right,
None of us actually... nobody went... He's right. Nobody goes with beautiful as the first point. Yeah,
But she
that's
is. Julia Dreyfus, right?
Julia
Yeah.
Louis-Dreyfus, yeah.
And she's the Dreyfus family that owns one of the richest men in the world. Her father was.
Richest men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her father was one of the richest
man.
top
Okay.
10 richest men in the world. I
Oh,
think
okay.
Louis Vuitton, whatever. They own all kinds of things
All right.
in the clothesline. By the way, we missed a very nice comment about how banking responses are as slow as topics on Cyrus says. That was fabulous. We should just let them do it. They're funnier.
Correct.
They're on point and the sponsor will be happy. And they don't read like me. So basically, if I spend enough, I may even be able to get a free lunch. I mean, come on.
But customized number plate as in, the ones that...
Like Ass Man.
Huh,
111.
stuff like that.
In India, it's all about numbers. So in India, it'll be like 111, 786, 544.
Yes.
all those, yeah.
I would pay like $5,000
Why? What number do you
5,000
want?
में कुछ नहीं आने वाला.
My birth date.
What's
as
your
my
birth
number. 27.
What are you so lonely? You're so lonely. You want to look at your birth date every time you park your
Say
car. Abbas was born.
That
on
extra
that
message.
day.
There's an extra message sometimes on top of the number plate. It'll say Abbas's birthday.
He's the kind of guy he'll want the statue put up in his lifetime. Just make it.
Like do you want
But
wish
do
me
put
on
my
this
number
date
plate.
written on
Date
the
of
number
birth.
plate?
Do I want what?
What?
Do you want wish me on this date? On
Yeah.
the number plate, the way teenagers
Wish
have
me
it.
MS02703.
But Cyrus, do you know that that's how people are defining their bio on Instagram? Wish me on this day. Wish like their birthday. Like that's their whole identity, which I find
I've
baffling.
been privy to Kunal Vijayakar on Facebook and I know I can't bear it. Okay, this wishing thing and the conversations and then the live conversations they have after that when they decide to form a group over the same thing. I mean, it's so slow. That's slower than bank responses. Hi, what's up, guys? I forgot to wish you happy birthday. It came up now, so that's when I remembered. It's a stupid conversation about people who don't care about each other wishing each other. It's such a waste of time.
What would you get on your number plate?
Oh, he's still upset about it.
Yeah. Why should I only be made fun of?
Yes, you and me have no consequence at the moment. He wants his number plate and he wants to know what we... Okay, you better give a proper answer.
I would. I've
Shreyas
always
would
wanted.
get R55 in Nagpur.
I actually have paid I paid a lot of money to get the phone number that I have right now.
Oh really?
It
How
has
much you paid?
5
That's what's interesting. Yeah.
You're giving away your number on air, huh? Just be careful.
Yeah. Just don't give it away.
No, I won't give away the
Why
whole
did you pay
number,
money
but it
for-
Okay,
has
tell
phone
us the special part of the number. What is the special part of the number?
Okay, special part is the first 2 digits of the number are the international code of India, 91. And it also has 9. It starts with 91 and then it has 5 5s. And then
Is that the full number? Is that the full number?
He's given you 7 out of
Is that
9.
yours or the whole number?
You give us 7 out of 9.
Yeah.
But how much did you pay?
Try
Shreyas?
permutation
I'll
combination.
crack this. I'll
Correct.
crack this by today.
I
Spend
paid
my whole day
pay
in
something,
car
I
at
think.
the
And then-
station just going through all the numbers. Like,
Wait. How much did you pay?
I paid 12K. It was like a few years ago, like 7, 8.
I wouldn't
Yes.
pay 12K for a brand
Yes,
new phone with 3
you're,
numbers on it.
you're
You
doing
know-
a bit, right?
Also, buddy, nobody, despite the fact that you got a number, nobody still remembers your number. They
And
just
nobody calls
type it in your.
No, but I don't understand.
He's
He's bluffing. Let me see what Shreyas' number is.
Nobody calls or texts Shreyas
So,
anyway.
Abbas wants his birthday remembered. Okay, there's some logic.
I won't pay 12K
What
for
is
my
this?
birthday.
No, what is the reason for this number? India's code. You're suddenly right wing.
No.
I want my country in my number.
So if,
Fuck, he's actually right. it is in this number, yes.
Shreyas, explain the thought.
See, I'm into numerology. As a palm reader, I really feel that numbers
Oh,
are
it's a
symbols
setup,
of
it's a
everything.
It's a
Freaking
bit.
setup.
You're committing to the bit.
He's like, I don't have a gig this weekend. I'm going to screw these guys. I've written some good gags. They got to come out somewhere. Fair enough. Yeah.
and it's 5 is right in the middle, right? So 5 is
पूरा
because-
बाकी का भी बता दे. क्या
can
बचा
be, what I say can be true also, can be false also.
Silverie, why don't we just say the number?
Yeah, just
It's upsetting people listening. The thing with numbers is they need a conclusive answer. It's not like art form. It's a science. You need a proper answer.
The
So what is
way
the number?
the way he described his number, it was 915555 and then 3 other numbers. But it's not.
You're
But that's
giving
not
away-
what it is.
that's not.
Given away
That's
one
not
more
what it
number
is.
than I
That's
wanted.
not what it is.
So one
That's not
second.
what it is.
There are 5 fives. The
Somewhere.
9 one begins, and there are 5 fives
There's
somewhere.
somewhere.
In the middle.
Yeah.
And then
Somewhere.
there are 2 or 3 more digits.
Digits,
Yeah,
yes.
like
Which you can
straight
take a
around.
guess on.
So we have time. The topics go to hell. If it, all you have to do, Shreyas, is cough at the right number. 1.
Oh,
Shreyas,
God.
please pay attention. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I saw his. Yeah, I saw him react
This
on
is
3.
genuine cough. I'm
Oh
not-
God. Yes.
No, but this is like that, na, when a pre-recorded message says, your account balance is 47.
Shit, Abbas, are you fine? Your account balance is 847.
Yeah, that's why I cry when I get paychecks. Don't do a dance.
847.
But
Oh, you mean
I'll tell you why.
balance.
I'll tell you why that
Which
money
means,
is paid. I think it's a very vague
Luckily,
reason.
it's Ramzan and you're fasting. Otherwise, what's he going to do? 847, my last meal, guys.
Okay. So basically, why I bring this up is because a man in Chandigarh has
what a
decided.
The way you segue.
Yes, has decided to shell out 15.44 lakhs
Wow.
for a number plate for his Activa.
Let us not be
sorry, but
The
judgmental.
Activa.
Six
Let us
The
not be
Activa.
judgmental. Don't
Guess
be
the price
judgmental.
of the Activa. What's the price of the Activa?
For 84 grand.
Yeah, like fair enough. 71,000.
So
15.44 lakh ka number
this
plate.
brilliant businessman
Yeah.
has come up with this plan. And what is the number?
Yeah, what
The
is
number
one?
is 001. So it's like CH 001.
No, but what did the wife say is the big question.
Nothing,
She wanted a car. She's sick of sitting in that bloody Activa. And the bugger said, but I got good number, yaar, beta, take. And this is the number. You could have got a huge
007 le leta. Like
07
James
is
Bond.
at least a cooler
Yeah.
number. I would get 007.
He's not into
I'd
bonds.
pay something.
He
for
likes
it.
001 because he feels it's a one is a
maybe-
very lucky number in India. So a lot of people take 1. You'll notice that.
Nobody should take 13 then. Huh?
I take 13.
That's the cheapest number.
No,
That's because nobody
I have the
wants
same issue with 13 I have with socialization. Always talk to creepy people who nobody likes. They always make the best friends because nobody talks to them. Shreyas, tell them how you got on the show. Before 91555.
Yeah, choose from Chutia 001.
Abbas, remember at the end of the show we have to give out the number, huh?
Yeah,
People
of
have sat
course.
through all this. Give them something.
Yeah. So the fancy number is
Chinmay says CH is for Chutia.
the number is CH01
But that's-
CJ0001.
CJ? Oh, is
It's
it Papa CJ? Did he pay 15 lakhs?
70 grand for the Activa, 15
Yeah.
lakhs for the
Chandigarh.
number. I mean, how do we
Yeah.
explain this in the world?
Yeah.
How
You
do
know,
we
I-
Explain. Does it say anything about why he...
So the thing is, this was at an auction, and they do this like they auction out fancy numbers, the registration
Yeah,
registration
but
body.
why would he
So-
spend that much?
Exactly. So I imagine he reached that high because other people also wanted that number, and
Can
then
we
he
get
kept.
in touch with this guy?
Maybe he
Because I
doesn't
want to
understand how
know.
the business
Kept
works. He goes to buy a
Yeah.
car and he says, I'm going
I think he was like Joey. I won.
Yeah, the
गाड़ी का budget 5 lakh hai
Yeah.
because I have to keep 15 lakhs aside for the number plate. Yeah.
No, he got carried away in the auction. You know, there is the I want to
Yeah,
out
the ego
of-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ego
maybe,
thing.
right?
But you know, whenever we've done auctions, a lot of people don't pay. They do this whole
Really?
thing. They don't actually pay. They make a commitment like a promissory note and they don't pay. We've done one in Dubai.
So then what happens to them?
with Salman's film cast.
They rough them up. And all
Uh-huh.
No,
that.
they don't rough them up. They just disappear.
Oh, they just leave.
So then who does the
They
product
write
go
like
to?
they give you like a promissory note. Nothing. It's
Still
not.
But it's
stays with
non-binding. It's
They just say
non-binding.
sorry. It's not binding. What are you going to do? You can't sue them really. It's a little difficult.
हाँ मैंने बोल दिया उस moment में. Now
But
I
in
don't want
public,
it.
in public, on camera, and all
Yeah,
will be
yeah, then
captured.
you got-
Yes,
yeah.
Mr. Das, I love it. I will buy it, and
That
the
piece
girl
of art
child
is-
will thank me for it. 9
Yeah.
women will be fed thanks to me. Let it put
Yeah,
there.
correct.
Gone.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we are left, and we have to talk the
Yeah.
to explain it. Oh, it's horrible.
Weird.
Okay.
You can't do that in IPL though. In IPL, if you've bid, you have to buy the player.
But you can return them.
Oh.
That's why they have it every year. Oh.
Okay. So
Shreyas is born.
But I think I would just like to take a moment to say that very respectfully, the three of you do not possess understanding of numbers and the cosmic radiations that they elicit. So I don't think that price is.
Yes,
that
when you
big of
just
an amount
plug
to
the
pay
next
for this
show.
person.
Just plug the next show.
What I'm saying is,
all
if you release your phone number, people will call up and ask for more details. And that way you'll be happy as
Actually,
well.
yeah.
Think of it that way. You won't be lonely anymore.
You'll get inquiries.
Yeah.
Shreyas.
see
What
the
about your
two,
phone?
the two the real people who I want as clients for my palm reading, they can figure out my number because we are telepathically connected. So like we don't need to go through like telling the numbers
What,
online.
suddenly
They
your voice
know.
is
They
clear?
know.
Yeah,
After
internet is
50
also
minutes,
clear.
it really got better. The moment he's coming into business, there's a business conversation, the buggers, everything is working. Uske pehla kuch nahi. Unbelievable. This guy is a real trader at heart. Chalo bhai.
okay, last
Show's getting
last
over.
last topic.
He's playing with his phone now.
No, I'm just. So I'm gonna show you a
Who
video.
is Lavanya? Who is that? What's going on?
And why does a number start with
Yeah.
3
9,
fours?
1 with 6 fours.
All right. So this one is. Okay, I'll just show you the video.
Another video.
What is happening
He's
is
tired.
at a wedding.
Good introduction.
Oh, weddings again.
It's at a wedding. It's a wedding going on,
Huh.
and then something special happens at the wedding, and I will describe it as it happens for our listeners. You read it? Okay.
It's been muted by our engineer Rishi, who wants a special mention, and without his phone number, of course, which is 91.
So see. The groom puts the thing, and the bride just ends
Okay,
up
when you
slapping
Oh!
the groom.
Oh, damn. I want to
And
see it
just
again.
leaves.
Rewind it, no?
Okay, rewind it.
When
Wow.
you said the groom puts the thing, I got distracted. I was like, what is
That's the
happening?
thing.
The groom-
I will
groom puts the
explain.
garland, puts the
Sindoor,
garland, puts the
sindoor
garland.
on the head.
The garland.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Is it
damn it.
garland
There's an
or
ad. Oh, stop sharing, no?
Oh, now
Stop
we're
sharing.
promoting
Stop sharing. Let
Wait,
the ad get
do we
over.
have to talk about? Do we have to talk about how fast LinkedIn is now compared to everything else? Or no?
Don't be an Alex Smart.
No.
Don't be an Alex Smart. Let the bichara
Cut
set
that,
it up.
cut that.
So, are we singing again or you're done?
We are singing again.
Okay.
But
Action
yeah.
replay, the highlights of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wedding
Share
will now
now.
be shared
Share now,
with
man.
everyone.
Share now.
And here we
On
go.
mute.
Why don't you give the commentary, bro, since you
Yeah.
know it properly?
So the groom and the bride are on stage. They are holding their garlands in their hands, and the groom is looking excited-ish, I guess. The bride also.
Put it on
not
full
excited.
screen, no?
Oh yeah, and yeah. So now they're surrounded by their well-wishers and camera people, and the groom goes in for the garland thing, and and the bride just slaps him thrice right across the face,
Did
and then
she slap
storms
him with
off.
the garland?
Garland.
Garland,
Yes,
garland.
yes, the garland.
There's also one guy who's not dressed for the wedding, with a red scarf around his neck. I like that guy. He reminds me of me. He just turned up. Like,
I am totally team bride.
He
on
knew
this.
something crazy was going to happen at this wedding. So he's like,
So
I don't
what
want to miss this.
What is the reason? Maybe she saw him for the
So
first time.
the
and
reason
was
is
like,
not yet
ouch.
known. The reason not yet known. This video
No,
has
reason
gone
is
viral.
known. Reason is known. He's drunk. He
No,
was
no.
drunk.
It's assumed.
Who was drunk?
The
The
palmist, the palmist.
people at the party
the
say
group
people at the party say that
palmist.
he arrived at the wedding drunk and started behaving
Well serves
in
him
a way
right,
that
then.
was not that the bride didn't
He
like.
started winking at other girls,
Sorry.
basically.
Hey,
Yeah.
Teresa shadi hai? Are you getting married to me?
I don't know the reason, but just from the visual, right? The bride, as it is under so much pressure on her wedding day. Now she's surrounded by all these men, and they are all coming onto her. If she slaps someone, she slaps someone.
That's your
That's
story.
her.
I think that
That's
number,
her
your number
groom.
plate should be taken away.
Slap any other person if that's the reason. No.
Really?
No. This is because he was
Who is
drunk
she going to
at the
spend the
wedding.
rest
But
of
did
her
you
life
notice?
with?
Wait,
She's
do you
not gonna anymore.
Shreyas, did you notice in the background they were serving ice cream? So I don't want to point fingers. I want to point fingers.
I actually think the groom might have gate crashed. That's the reason that he wasn't even invited.
तू तो मेरा पति नहीं है.
Slap pen.
Or maybe he didn't pay enough for a
Whoa!
customized number
Watch
plate.
what you're saying.
Customized number plate.
Oh, thank God.
Bach gaya.
Where was the
What
wedding?
a save. Abbas at his finest today. Athletic performance, I must say.
Where was this wedding?
The wedding was in
Chandola, UP.
UP's in Hamirpur.
Today
UP is a
UP special. The Chandola Express.
UP is Hamirpur. This is Hamirpur.
Hamirpur.
Yeah.
And the robbery happened just outside. This guy's brother. Right?
He was dancing
He
with
was
the Bharat,
dancing.
actually.
Yeah, he took loan for his wedding.
Yeah, correct.
From the hardware.
He's like, yes, I
Mumbai
got
sucks. Yeah,
money
we
for
miss
the
all
wedding.
the fun here. Look at what's happening outside. It's much more fun. Shreyas,
Please, you go to UP, Cyrus. I'm happy in Bombay.
You know, I
you are
went
from
to, I
UP.
went to
Your antecedents are from UP. Don't turn your back on your people.
That's true. Yes,
Look at
Shreyas.
Shreyas. He goes back to Nagpur. Every time he runs out of money, he goes back to Nagpur.
I went to UP for the first time last month. I had a friend visiting from the States. We came from Himachal and I took him to UP where this guy, his digestive system, it could see through Goa, it could see through Himachal. But he was in UP at a friend's house where this friend gave him a ham and cheese sandwich in Ghaziabad.
UP.
And that fucked up his
Well,
stomach.
ham and cheese in Ghaziabad, that's par for the course, yaar.
Yeah,
Every time I visit, I shout to the locals, ham and cheese de do, yaar. Kuch to khila do. What is going on? And next thing you know, we're on the pot.
What did he have?
It is my fault.
What did he have in Goa? Rajma chawal?
Indians are wasted in India. Really, what do we do in this country here?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the emails.
Yeah, let's get to the email.
Don't you think that if everyone around you is getting smart, you better be smarter? Hey there, I'm the traveling professor Siddharth Deshmukh and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast to make you smarter. Smarter with Sid. What's this season's focus about? Well, it's about 10-minute nuggets that will make you stand out at work. It's time to go from smart to smarter. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday and become smarter with Sid.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
The first one comes in from Rohan Jacob, who says, what do you guys have to say about Akshay Kumar's hypocrisy promoting Vimal Pan Masala? I have to say sorry. What do we have to
I
say?
don't
Because
mind.
he says, does that fufu wala ad.
Yeah, correct. He has.
Well, technically, he's not promoting cigarettes. He's promoting gutka. So it's not the same thing.
Yeah, well played, Abbas, as lawyer for the
Shreyas
defense.
is gone.
I
Shreyas is gone.
personally,
Akshay
I'm-
Kumar removed
Can I
Shreyas
be a
from this
little
podcast.
non-PC? I'm really irritated with people who are anti-cigarette and anti-pan and all these things. I'm like, if they're out there and the governments haven't banned them, then that's the way it is. We should not
Yeah,
live with it.
like-
Because that's the real hypocrisy.
What do you think about?
Either it shouldn't be there, in which case it's against society.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's there with the rider, it's there. What's the big deal?
Exactly. That's a problem I have with alcohol ads. Like, alcohol
Exactly.
will be fine only.
So
right?
stop it completely. But they won't do that because the tax they get out of it
Exactly,
and the
it's
black money
immense.
is made out of illicit liquor.
Yeah.
No, they can't do that. Same thing with Gutka. You dare.
Yeah.
It's still going to be there. So they gave
Correct.
up.
Absolutely.
But communism's gone. And Sitaram
Oh,
Yechuri
Shreyas
was
is back.
made a general secretary again of a party with nobody inside.
Oh, really?
It's like being the building panchayat ka head and there's nobody in the building.
Is Brinda Karat still in the party?
I suppose so, but the party itself is in
That's
Chandola,
true.
UP at the moment. Trying to revive it with ham sandwiches.
All right. Aditya SK asks, what type of traditional wedding did you have, Cyrus? Was it Parsi style or whatever religion Aisha
So we
follows?
had a
That's very
Parsi.
dismissive.
Yeah,
Whatever religion Aisha
whatever
follows.
religion your wife belongs to.
My wife is agnostic or whatever it is. She
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
believe in anything.
Okay.
This is the
But her
belief-
family was Hindu.
Her dad was more or less like a Buddhist at the end. It's very strange.
Oh, okay.
I won't get into it, but it's a little complicated.
What,
So
one
we
day
did-
wedding?
Huh?
One day wedding.
So we had the fairas at home,
Huh.
but I only had to wear sadra and shorts
Okay.
because the guy came home, had a couple of drinks, all good. And Kunal was there to take care of everything. Very impatient, so jaldi kar, and all that. Because we are so sincere. Sincerity is our thing, But everybody was on the same page. Let's get on with it. Let's eat fast, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So that was only 3-4 people and my dog, and then the wedding was 600 people and my dog. I remember. That was the only
600?
highlight was that my dog was at Turf Club. That's what we had it there. I said, I want my dog, whatever happens. Because the dog will stay with you right till the end, but the wife may not. You want to make sure the photos look good.
No,
Your
what
dog's
if
in
the
every
wife takes the
picture.
dog? You don't know.
No wife takes the dog. The wife never offers to take the mother, the father, and the dog. Remember, you're stuck with them. That's for sure.
All right.
I can hear a dog barking in the background.
Yeah, Shreyas.
Correct.
Yes. Wow, what timing, boss? You're too good.
I know. I planned it.
Yeah.
That's a recording of a dog
Yeah.
that Shreyas is playing in the background.
No. They have a dog.
I know.
They have a very small dog in their huge house. And then they spend the whole day searching for the dog.
Yeah, this is the dog playing hide and seek. I am here.
Just how big is
Like,
the house,
okay.
if you don't mind me asking?
Very.
I
like a
just say
hacienda.
there are too many people living in the house. That's why it's big. Because it's 11 people, 12 people.
Don't feel embarrassed. You're doing a Silverie. If you're also rich, it's okay. Abbas and I will not condone anything here. Just be honest. Come on. So you're very rich and you don't need the gig. You and Silverie basically are just taking up work that other comedians, starving comedians,
I know, right?
who have never eaten ham and cheese sandwiches in Ghaziabad. Those poor people. How
Yeah,
can you do
correct.
this? Living off these guys. The dog sent a very strong message. We should wind up the podcast. He's like, boss, both ho gaya. And the people listening are saying, can we hear the dog? We've reached that point.
Then
now.
final then. This one is InfoShots who says, "Hey Cyrus, looks like your prediction about Rajasthan Royals doing well this IPL is turning accurate. Defeating table toppers Lucknow shows it."
Yeah, it's
That's
a
what
bit
they're
scary.
called, table toppers like now.
Yeah, because Gujarat Titans, because this is what Mathurs called them, so I'm going to call them Gujarat Titans. Lucknow, Super Giants being the new two teams, are right on top with RR. So if you're following cricket at all, it's very good. It's like the underdog. So two new teams completely formed for the first time.
Oh, okay.
And the
This I know.
not expected team, but Shane Warne's team, and there's an emotional thing there. These three are right at the forefront, which is great. The ones that are not doing so well are the very glamorous teams like Chennai and Mumbai. That's a bit scary. So if Ghaziabad had a team and Chandola was represented,
Yes.
I think they would have won. It's all to do with, this is India, the
But
new
Chandigarh
India.
would have won the auction though.
Chandigarh would have won. They would have definitely. I mean, they would spend the most money, and that's clear. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. All right. So the last one again, if you're.
So Shreyas's number is.
Let Shreyas answer the question. He's all the way in Nagpur. He's feeling alone here. Come on. Give him a
okay.
chance.
Shreyas, you follow the IPL?
Yeah, he's cricket.
Your shirt says JBL or something. I don't know.
It's no, I haven't been following this IPL. I'm caught up with some work.
So you're following
But
last year.
last year's, I'm rewatching.
What would he say? I'm not following this year.
Still catching up. Yeah.
2017 क्या खास था भैंचोद? I only look at it again and again.
No spoilers. Don't give us spoilers.
मुझे highlight देखना पसंद है.
Okay, last. Absolutely last. Grim Fandango has a question. He says, Cyrus, your views on all kinds of food stalls in wedding/reception, dinner/lunch.
See, I don't have a problem. I like the food stalls.
Yeah.
My problem is seating. I don't like to stand and eat, especially when it's a proper meal. Boss. It's damn tough.
You need
And I'm not a steady eater and all that. I drop things and I feel a lot of pressure and anxiety. That's not
But
fair.
you're
I
okay
don't
with
like
taking
breaking
food and
the
going
naan.
and
I
sitting.
don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with
Also,
that
breaking
part.
the naan with one hand is very difficult.
Break the naan with one, the plastic fork and spoon.
Yeah.
You can
Listen, we want you to get the fuck out of that wedding ASAP. There is
Boss,
no place
your
to
weddings,
sit.
there's no food. There's bloody ice cream. So I don't want the chair. They don't buy chairs. There are no chairs in the Maharashtrian wedding. Who's going to sit? Ice cream out. Ice cream out. Ice cream. Thank you for keep going. So different process. Abbas, what do you feel? You're a food lover.
No, I agree. Keep a buffet, but keep enough chairs and tables for us to
You
go
have to have
and
that
sit.
little relaxation while you're eating.
Yeah.
I don't get this to just stand in a corner and talk
So
like in
is-
a canteen.
But that's awesome at Muslim weddings, right? Because they'll make you sit
No, that's
and then they'll give you a
Bori
lot of
weddings.
food. No,
No,
they'll give you a lot
that's
of food.
Bori wedding.
Oh, that's Bori wedding. Okay.
Oh, but that's a different thing because you have to eat with
Okay.
whoever you're with.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that in Bori weddings, you're not Bori, but you've been, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Parsis also, you fight for the leg.
Oh, okay.
So the richest Bori and some small guy, they're arguing. Pag apni! Maro! And they start fighting and all that.
Then one noble Bori server will come and
Come and
you
give a
another,
second
yeah.
pug. So they start a fight over the leg.
Nice, huh?
And
ये दूसरा वाला भी मेरा.
only Baman Irani's family
I want
doesn't.
2 legs.
Baman Irani's family doesn't like the drumsticks. They like the breast. Huh?
Okay.
So they are loved. Baman, you sit next to me. Baman, bring your Baman wife. Best. Huh? And then, because there's no fighting then, you take the leg slowly. And nobody fights for the breast. Sorry, Shreyas, this is conversation you may not understand, but you know what we're trying to say, right? Yeah.
Shreyas is a vegetarian.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Shreyas is not
No,
a
I'm
vegetarian.
not.
Shreyas, you're not a vegetarian?
No.
जब mood करे उसे.
So in Lagans, Hamisha is saying the same thing. But Parsis, the thing is, you tell the guy because the server comes, no? Everybody pagapni. Everybody says the same thing. Non-Parsis pick it up. Pagapni. So there's one Sardar will go pagapni. But there are only so many legs. So after some time, they're like.
Neck part is the worst. Breast is still okay. Neck has no meat.
So it depends if there's a lot of gravy. You can't really tell sometimes
I know,
also.
yeah.
No? Then your lottery happens and you're searching. And I go with my daughter. So what if she doesn't want? She puts in my plate. So half the time I'm eating like a, the guy
Leftovers,
who's the
yeah.
leftover guy. Really.
But do you usually Jaideep Sagar said on the last wedding मैं गाजर का हलवा लेने गया. Some girl came and sat on my seat.
But that's how romantic comedies start.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Jaideep-
Well, he has to decide. Does he like the halwa or does he
Or
like
the girl? Yeah, the two.
So this
Fair
is a
enough.
very important decision to settle his mind for life.
Yeah, like and how he understood that the girl sat on his seat is that he didn't see her, and then he sat on her.
No, what, really?
And then that's how their romantic relationship started, man. That's how.
That's
When you do your comedy tour,
That's how I do it.
I will drop out in the halfway through.
That's how.
Yeah, that's directly third base. Gajar halwa and lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst part is if he's diabetic and he's in love with the girl.
Then he wouldn't go get
No,
gajar ka halwa, no?
Nobody-
He get it for her. Like,
But
oh, she's sitting in my seat
Suji,
already.
I prefer
He just will make her
Suji
get
ka
up.
Somebody
halwa.
offered me
Hey,
malai
fetch,
barfi.
and then
I
he
love
runs.
malai barfi. It's so difficult.
Oh, I had Malai Khaja at Mohammed Ali Road day before yesterday.
Oh, why would you do that? You come to Ghaziabad. You come to Chandola, I'll show you here.
Okay, cool.
Either way, he lost his weight. Didn't find out. Yes, that's true. Oh well.
But last thing on that, it's a serious issue. We always have a family member or friend who's in charge of seats. I don't know if you guys do that.
Yeah.
Seats are gold, man. Because rich or poor, everything's a level thing at a wedding, right? You can't throw your weight around or anything. You gotta have someone holding chairs. You
Yeah.
always do that. And I always keep the man who doesn't move, Kunal. He's very happy. I'll sit here and keep the chairs. And then the oldest woman will come and say, can I sit here?
No.
No!
Totally on man. Yeah.
Because, it's too important. We dressed up. As he says, we've dressed up. We paid the piramni. We've done all the things. Now we don't have a place to sit. No. We have to sit.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
Oh, and as we end, don't forget to download the Jupiter Money app on the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. And the last thing we'll tell you is the phone number of Shreyas Manohar goes like this.
Yeah. 9185455555.
Fair?
That's a number. Yeah.
He sent him to
Shreyas appreciates people who make up their own words and numbers.
Shreyas, they sent him to Panchgani for an editing.
Yeah, and this is what you get, mom. All right. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
Love fighting?
We've got you covered.
Check out our show, The Fighting Goat, where we, the voices of the internet, Arjun Chipalkatti and Somesh Kamra, bring to you crazy weekly action on your favorite combat show, The Fighting Goat.
Be it commentary, breakdown, predictions, analysis of styles and techniques.
And of course, your round of favorite fighters.
You can listen to us every Thursday on the IVM Podcast app, website, and all major podcast streaming platforms.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.